I am Dr. Vinita Bhadoria, Associate Professor, English, Government College, Behror. In this video, we are going to analyze the story The Shroud by Munshi Premchand. Munshi Premchand was born on 31st July 1880. His birthplace is Lambhi in Varanasi, UP. He was died on 8th October 1936, again in Varanasi, UP. He was writing in Hindi and Urdu languages. Basically, he was a novelist, short story writer, and a dramatist. His real name was Dhanpat Rai Srivastav. His nickname was Nabab Rai, but later on he switched to the pen name Munshi Premchand. Munshi Premchand was writing modern Indian literature. He belongs to Adhunik Kal of Hindi literature. He has written over a dozen novels, more than 300 short stories, and a few plays. He is referred as Upanyas Samrat in modern Hindi literature. He was a very realistic writer and writing about the problems of contemporary time. In his novels and short stories, his focus was on the poverty and Dalit class of society. His first book was a collection of 5 stories, published in 1907, named Soza Watan. Famous novels of Munshi Premchand are Godan, Karmbhumi, Mansarovar, etc. Famous short stories of Munshi Premchand are Namak Ka Daroga, Eidgah, पूस की रात, शतरंज के खिलाड़ी, कफन and लांछन, etc. Many of his novels and short stories are translated in various languages. He has also written scripts of several movies for Indian cinema. The Shroud, which means coffin. This is the story written by Munshi Premchand. The shroud means coffin, a cloth to cover a dead body. This story is set in post independence India. This story portrays the real picture of poverty and zamindari system as a backdrop. It is a character study of two lazy, careless, inhuman, and self centered people, Ghisu, a 60 years old man, and Madhav, the son of Ghisu. Budhya is the wife of Madhav, deadly suffering from labor pains. Later on, she was died along with the child in her womb. Madhav is the least bothered about his wife's condition, so as Ghisu. After the death of Budhya, they took money from Jamidar and others for her funeral rites, but they did not purchase kafan to perform her funeral rites. With that money, they drink wine and eat food which they never had before in life. At last, they collapse as they have consumed so much alcohol. This is the outline of a story, and in this story, in the Shroud, we have the theme of selfishness, tradition, honor, independence, guilt, self importance, gender roles, and responsibility. Narrated in the third person by an unnamed narrator, the reader realizes after reading the story that Premchand may be exploring the theme of selfishness. Both Ghisu and Madhav appear to be more concerned about their own well being than they are of Budhya's. But neither man being concerned enough to check on Budhya as she lies dying in the hut, but they are busy in eating potatoes, roasted potatoes. What is also interesting about both Ghisu and Madhav is that they feel as though they deserve to be better off than they are. Yet they are not prepared to do the work that is needed to improve their lives. It is as though both men feel they are owed a certain lifestyle by the world, something that is noticeable by the fact that Ghisu begs for money after Budhya's death when the reality is there was nothing stopping him from preparing himself financially for Budhya's death. The work was there for both Ghisu and Madhav, But neither man was prepared to do it. Rather, both men preferred to live their life as idlers. The shroud itself may also be symbolically important, as Premchand may be introducing it into the story to highlight to the reader the sense of tradition that exists. However, tradition is not followed due to the fact that Ghisu and Madhav decide to get drunk rather than buy the shroud, coffin. Not only have they been dishonorable to Budhya while she was alive, but both men also dishonor her memory by not Budhya a shroud for the cremation. It is also possible that Premchand is placing a spotlight on the role of women played at the time the story was written. Budhya appears to have done all the work while Ghisu and Madhav sat around and done nothing. We come to know this fact from the mouth of Ghisu and Madhav. It is as though Budhya was treated as no more than a slave by both men, possibly because she may have been considered inferior to both men due to her sex, gender discrimination. If anything, it would seem that Budhya had no independence and filled a role that was expected of women to be both unpaid workers and child bearers. Premchand also possibly suggesting that the role of the female within a marriage or family was to be subservient to the male. It may also be possible that Premchand is suggesting that money can bring independence. After Ghisu gets the 5 rupees from begging, he is able to take control of his and Madhav's life and do as he pleases. But he doesn't want to do any kind of work to earn money. It just happens to be a case that Ghisu and Madhav decide upon acting selfishly rather than buying the shroud for Budhya. It is also while drinking that Ghisu begins to change character somewhat, believing in his own self importance, something that is probably driven by the fact that Ghisu is getting drunk. He makes unrealistic promises that he cannot fulfill to Madhav, who is also getting drunk and as such believes his father. The guilt that Madhav begins the partially feels about not purchasing the shroud may also be significant as it only lasts a short time. Again, Madhav has possibly numbed himself sufficiently from reality that his thoughts do not last and also they take a little significant, which may be the point that Premchand is attempting to make. He may be suggesting that alcohol can numb an individual for a short period of time. However, it cannot completely divert an individual away from the realities they face, which may leave some readers to suggest that when sober Madhav may be full of remorse for his actions. The end of the story is also interesting. As Ghisu's words to Madhav may be based on Ghisu's own selfishness, despite telling Madhav that Budhya is in a better place, the reality is that Ghisu cannot really know if this is true or not. He is more preoccupied with getting drunk than consoling Madhav in any meaningful way. Likewise, Madhav is a willing listener to his father's words and easily forgets about Budhya the more that he drinks. However, the reality is very different. Madhav has a responsibility to Budhya which he has not honored due to his and Ghisu's selfishness. If anything, Madhav prefers to drink with his father than prepare Budhya's body for cremation. Just as he just as she may have been abandoned in life by Madhav. Likewise, in death, she is being abandoned, with Ghisu assured that he will find the money again for the shroud, and Madhav believing his father will be able to do so. However, the reality may be very different. People may be tired of Ghisu and Madhav's actions and realize that they would be foolish to give any more money to either man, even if they did do the right thing on the second occasion. They were so lazy that they don't look for food even if they fast for a day. They would do temporary and easy jobs to get money for food. Budhya had worked hard from the day she had married Madhav. She had brought some order into the hut and used to work in farms. When they got money for the funeral of Budhya, they spent whole money on the food and drinks, and at last they collapsed because of the overdrunk. This is the analysis of the short story Shroud, which means coffin. This is one of the very famous story of Munshi Premchand. It is all in this video. Thank you.